everyone, it's John from What Up, and welcome back to another video. Now, today's Wheel of Time Wednesday, and unfortunately, Sony and Amazon didn't give us any official news. Now, it's been quite some time since we've heard anything from them, so I thought I would release a little video tonight detailing what little bits that I've picked up over the last week or so. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to mention if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. I usually put out 1 to 2 videos per week, and they're all Wheel of Time on Prime centric. I cover castings, rumors, leaks, news, set photos, you name it. Anything to do with the production I cover here in the channel. And when we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to run a contest. Now, there's going to be more about that contest at the end of the video, so stay tuned when we're all finished if you want more information on that. Now, before we get started, spoiler warning. In this video, I'll be talking about certain elements of Season 1 of Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time. So if you haven't read at least The Eye of the World, be forewarned, I may spoil some very minor plot points or character arcs for you. Not too much, but a little bit might be spoiled if you haven't read the book yet. Alright, with that being said, let's get on to the video. Alright, so we're going to talk about a couple of things first, some housekeeping stuff for people who are new to the channel. So if you're here just for the news and you're a veteran of the channel and you already know all about what I talk about here, go ahead and click the link I've left down below in the description box to jump right to me rambling about what I've heard over the last couple of weeks about the Wheel of Time production. Alright, those of you left are probably new to the channel or you have some questions. Now, over the last couple of months, we've grown pretty fast. I've gotten a whole lot of subscribers and I've noticed a few things. I've been asked the same questions repeatedly, so I'm going to answer them right now. First one is I tend to always say, we already know this, or we've heard this before, or I've seen this before. And a lot of you who are watching the videos don't know what I'm talking about, or you want me to expand on things. The reason I say we've already heard it or seen it before is because I've covered it here in the channel before. Now I have over 120 videos. I don't expect every new subscriber, every new user of the channel to come back and watch everything I've had and just immerse themselves in Wheel of Time lore and all of the stuff we know about the production. So I've taken your advice to heart, and me and Geeky Area over at Wotseries.com are teaming up, and we're going to make a playlist of videos called Everything We Know So Far. Now, everything we know so far is going to encompass everything from episodes 1 till 8. So it'll be 8 videos. We're going to talk about everything we know for each one of those videos. Locations, set pictures, cast, any tidbits we know about where they filmed or why they filmed there, any little tidbits we know about the plot of that episode and changes, all that's going to be in each one of these videos, and I'm hoping to have that out in the next couple weeks. It's been kind of a challenge to go back and forth with Geeky Area to work on this together, but we're figuring it out, and they will come out, and it'll be a great resource, especially for new people to the channel, to go there, and you'll be able to see everything we know about each episode in one short little video rather than having to dive through over 120 videos on the channel. So I think that's going to be good, especially for new people to the channel. Now, the second thing I want to say is a lot of people are asking where we get official Wheel of Time news. Now, most of you will probably see Deadline articles, stuff from Variety, different interviews with the cast and stuff on major media outlets, but that's pretty much it. Now, Wheel of Time and Amazon and Sony tend to interact with the fandom over a Twitter account, and just a Twitter account. It was initially Rafe Judkins, the showrunner, that talked to us on Twitter, and then it moved to an actual, like, kind of a real Twitter account that run by a social media marketing manager over at Amazon, and then it turned into He Who Tweets with the Dawn. So they really, when that person took over, they really started to amp up and interact with the fandom. So if you're on Twitter, you're on Twitter of Time, which is the hashtag we use on Twitter. You can interact with the Wheel of Time account, and they'll actually talk back, and there's a whole lot of stuff there. Beware spoilers. Everybody talks about the books and stuff like that all the time. And then that person left the Wheel of Time account, and now we have a new one called the Twiiter of Chaos who's running the account. They are not quite as interactive. They're not talking to the fans as much, but that is where they release all of their official information pretty much. So any castings they have, any set photos they want to release, any teasers, any little tidbits they give to the fans is through that Twitter account. So if you don't have Twitter, you're safe to follow me here on the channel here, and I will discuss and talk about everything they release, including all the rumors and all the other stuff that they don't touch at all. But if you want the official stuff, you have to go to Twitter, follow them, and then turn notifications on so you know when they're tweeting. I will warn you, they don't tweet near as much as they used to. They've kind of gotten in a lull of interacting with the fandom, but that's where you're going to get your official news. Now, I mentioned Geeky Area from Wotseries.com, and some of you new folks are probably saying, what's Wotseries.com? I do mention them a fair bit. They are a group of people that run a website that is Wheel of Time news-based. So they do the same thing I do, only they do it on a website. So if you like reading about the news, you want to go to their website, and I'll have a link to that in the description box down below. Bookmark them and follow them there. They get exclusives just like I do. They cover all kinds of different news and stuff. They're a fantastic resource, and they're a great bunch of people. I talk with them daily. So go ahead and follow them over there, and then when you're done reading the articles, come here and listen to me yammer on about the news. All right. all that being said, now I'm actually going to get into what you're all here for, which is the news I'm going to talk about today. All right, so here's what we're going to talk about today with the news. Thank you for those of you who stayed with me the whole time, and for those of you who clicked the link down below and jumped right here. You can't complain. I gave you an option not to listen to me. So there's that. So the news is that they are not done filming yet. They're still filming scenes for season 1. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, back in May, they wrapped. Well, we're going to talk about that for a second. So in May, Wotseries.com reported that it was a wrap, that season 1 was wrapped, and they were essentially correct. Like they weren't wrong in what they were reporting. A lot of different people were posting on social media that worked with the show that they were done. It's a wrap. They're going home. They're packing everything up, and they're very happy. Some people are saying, well, it's been a long 2 years to get the first season done. There's been all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of evidence saying it was a wrap. So they were completely right in saying that. Now, we do know that back at the beginning of April is when they started shooting additional scenes for episodes 7 and 8 because they weren't done yet. And this was, mid-May. They were kind of finished of everything about 6 weeks in, which is what we thought they had left. And then on May 20th, there was that oopsie from the Twitter account where they released the season 2 episode 1 script title, and they retracted it. They could delete it right away, but then they realized everybody had seen it. I mean, once something's on the internet, it's there forever. There are bots that scrape this stuff instantly. And Rafe Judkins came and did a Q&A the following day, talked to some of the fans, and he alluded to in his Q&A that they are also done filming season 1. So they're done. However, recently, I've learned that there are, from multiple sources actually, that they are going to start filming again in July for some other tidbits for season 1. So they're going to do costuming over the next couple of weeks, and then near the end of July, they're going to actually get on studio and on set and start actually filming some additional scenes for different episodes. We're talking earlier episodes, not episodes 7 and 8, earlier episodes in the season. And we can only speculate as to why. So I was asking a whole bunch of people, why would they go back and do this? I know it's normal for a lot of shows to go back and do pickups, do additional shots for all sorts of different reasons. Whether during the editing process something didn't work, they wanted to clarify something, they want to make something look a little bit better or transition smoother for the audience. There's all kinds of different reasons that productions do this. It's very rarely a one and done type situation. But I put the feelers out. Why would this be happening? Now, someone who was on set did overhear a couple of producers talking, and they did say that they were super impressed with episode 7 and 8. Like, really, really impressed with it. It was polished, it was nice, it flowed well, it was really, really good, and that if they had the choice, they would like to go back and revisit some stuff to bring it in line with what was happening in episode 7 and 8, to bring it up just a bit. That's not to say that the quality of episodes 1 through 6 weren't the same, but there might have been a few different things that they had noticed that didn't run as smooth or didn't go as well, and they had learned some things and they wanted to go back. Again, that's purely hypothetical. I don't know for sure. This was someone who heard a conversation, so that may have had something factor into the reason to go back, but it could be more along the lines of during editing they went, well, this really didn't work, we need some more things, which is completely normal. Marvel does it, Universal does it, Fox does it, Disney does it, everyone does it. They all go back and they revisit things and reshoot things. And you have to understand, too, that they've had a couple of shutdowns. They've gone through a whole lot. A lot of things are in disarray. Things were not shot or done the normal way, in any way, shape, or form for the show, so they're bound to have a few hiccups here and there. Now, a lot of you are asking, probably to yourselves at this point, what does it mean to the release date? Because essentially, that's what most of the fans were all concerned about, the release date. We want the trailer, we want more news, and we want the release date. We want to know when this is coming out so we know when to either binge if they do all at once or budget our time, so especially content creators, so we can watch the 1 or 2 episodes they release a week, depending on how they're doing it. Again, we don't know what they're doing just yet, and I have a whole lot of content to make at the time. So these are the questions that a lot of us in the fandom have right now, and it's all up in the air. We're not sure yet. Nothing is official. So I'm hoping in the coming months we do get some information from Amazon and Sony. They release actual, official stuff saying you're going to get a trailer here, you're going to get a release date here. Rumors, speculation, all kinds of other things. I mean, I've heard for quite some time we're getting a trailer possibly in June. It's already mid-June now. It doesn't look good that we're getting a trailer this month, even a teaser. I've heard that the release date for the show is Black Friday. That is backed up by a whole bunch of books being released with special covers, which we can only assume are show-related covers, around the same time frame, November 4th. But we're not sure because we've heard nothing official from Amazon. So Let me know in the comments down below what you folks think. Do you think that we're going to see the show this year? We know that Yosha Stradowski recently did an interview, and in the interview it said that the show was coming out this year. We know that we have a lot of circumstantial evidence pointing to late in the year, early winter, late fall, that we're going to see this show. What do you folks think? Let me know when we're going to see it. Let me know when you think we're going to get a trailer. Let me know what you think about the pickups and the additional shoots that are happening in July, what that means to the show. Anyone who has any experience in the industry can maybe fill us in a little bit more with some more experience and insight into why that would happen this late in the game. And also, let me know what you think about how I'm doing here at the channel. I want to know if there's anything I could do differently, anything I could do better. I know I'm growing quite fast right now, and so I'm still getting used to all of this. I tend to correct my mistakes as soon as I get them in. So if you tell me I'm doing something wrong, I tend to correct it. I've corrected my audio after many complaints about it. My audio is a bit better now. Things like that. Constructive criticism is always welcome. I can only get better with your insights because I really am new to this still. I've been doing this for, almost a year now, or almost 2 years now, rather. 2-year mark in October. And I'm still learning. I'm going to be learning forever. All that being said, we are growing subscribers. When I hit the 10K mark, I'm running a contest. I want your insights on that too. What do you want for prizes for the contest? How would you like me to run it? I've done things before where people have come on and been guest hosts. I've given out swag. I've done other things. I can give out Amazon Prime memberships when the show comes out. I can do all kinds of different stuff for you folks. Just remember, this channel is not a moneymaker. I don't make any money on this. I actually lose money on this every month. Because I'm not big enough to make money, and I don't have a Patreon or a store, and that's by choice. I do this for fun. So make sure it's not too expensive. Like some people have mentioned that book set behind me, they want that. That's probably not going to happen. That's very expensive. So there's that. All right. So again, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Once we hit 10K, we're going to run that contest. And thank you so much for sticking with me here to the very end, and here's to many more.